Well, hi. My name is Jonathan Payne, and you don't know me, or you shouldn't know me. If you do know me, then good. I think. I don't know. Today is my 18th birthday, so congratulations to me. Thank you, or whatever. I don't know. Birthdays aren't really all that important to me. Milestones. I don't think I ever really cared all that much about a lot of this stuff. It's not to say that I never cared about it, but you know, just I have reasons that I'm not going to go into in this video, or possibly not for multiple years, on why these things aren't really all that important to me or anything. But I don't know. Today was a bit weird. And that's not to say I'm upset by it or anything. It's been quiet, you know? Now, I didn't really get a whole lot today. And I'm not saying that, oh, I'm just this poor, mistreated, underappreciated. No. Right, no. That's not what I'm saying at all. I got some money from my grandma and a Taco Bell gift card, which, thank you. Thank you, Grandma. Love you. But I didn't really get anything else. I'm not complaining about that. I don't really care if no one gets me. If I didn't get anything today, I still would have been fine, I try to keep my expectations low so I don't get disappointed if things don't go my way. And even if even if I don't get anything at all, and the only thing I get for this birthday is just the stuff from my grandma, that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not upset by it, because things haven't really been interesting me a lot lately. They haven't for a while. Like, yes, I would like money. I appreciate that. I could use it for a lot of things, but I'm just not super desperate right now, or at all, honestly. Oh, not for that anyway. Which is kind of the point of this video. I care more about experiences, at the moment anyway. More about completing goals, accomplishing things, doing things that I want to do or feel like I have to do, or whatever else. I want to take forward steps. Now, for me, some of those forward steps might be getting a job, or going to college, or starting a career, or whatever else. Just doing something or taking steps in the right path. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that today's been really quiet, I didn't really do anything, which is fine, I don't really need to do anything for my birthdays, because it's really just another day to me. But, today was, more quiet than usual. Normally there's a bit more chaos, not necessarily chaos, but things are there's just more happening, it's not to say, more events, it's just more, sometimes there's more people, or there's more energy, more people doing different things, or whatever. Today's just been really quiet, which is fine. I like quiet, I spend a lot of time really stressed out or upset about random things that don't even matter, a lot of it being outside of my control, and so I like quiet days. But it also got me thinking about what really matters to me, something I've been thinking about a lot for a long time now, which is why I'm making this video, I want to start a YouTube channel. I wanted to start a YouTube channel for a while, and I've thought about different channels, channel ideas. I've gone ideas. I've recorded multiple videos, never posted them. I posted one on a different channel a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but long enough. But I've always wanted to, start a YouTube channel, and I've thought about what the first video would be like, what I would do, what I would say, how it would play out. I oftentimes run through scenarios in my head a lot, constantly, considering different variables and things that might happen, things I might do, things other people might do. Just spend a lot of time thinking, a lot of time in my own head, and not a lot of time in the world, which partially affected, if not completely affected, how I, am today. Who I am. I'm gonna take off my glasses for the sake of the glare. But yeah, I don't know. This video is really just more of a placeholder, I wanted to create a YouTube channel and, start on that channel on my birthday, so that there would be kind of like a lineup, so that the anniversary of my channel would also be my birthday. I don't really have anything planned for this, nothing to talk about particularly, nothing serious. I'm just making this video so that I will have something posted. So, I guess, I don't really know what all is going to be on this channel, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to talk about, I don't really have much to go on. My life is very quiet, uneventful, and repetitive, and just not a lot goes on, so there's not a lot for me to do, or talk about, honestly, unless I'm just ranting and rambling about stuff that doesn't matter, like now. I might make a lot more videos when I go to college, which is, again, what this video is about. I'm talking about myself and my future plans. That's what this video is. It's an introduction to me, or at least the parts of me that you're going to learn about now in this current time. I may say more later, and I mean, when I say later, I mean like years and years from now, not like in a couple days or weeks or months, I mean like, if this channel ever succeeds, if I ever succeed, then you will hear a lot more. But today, this is just an about me, I apologize for the fan in the background. It's here so I can have privacy, to kind of quiet out the outside world, but also, make myself quieter to the outside world. And by outside world, I mean other people in the house. Because this is just me doing this for no reason, But yeah, time to talk about me. I am an African American male, obviously. I'm a Christian, which affects some ideas I have on politics, but it also affects, how I decide to treat people, and that's a conversation for another time. I'm not going to go into the politics of it, but just know that I am a Christian, and there are certain things that come with that. You should know that before, watching videos or introducing yourself to me. Well, not introducing yourself to me, but, just becoming acquainted with me on this channel. You should know that beforehand. If you have a problem with that, that's your prerogative, that's fine. If you don't like me for that, that's a decision that you make. I am not going to, insult or shun anyone or anything. Everyone of every kind is welcome here, no matter who you are, what you do, or what you've done. This channel is a space for relaxation, for fun, just whatever. It's here for whatever. Yeah, that's just a little bit about me. A little more, I am going to Full Sail University, which is in Florida. Been watching a lot of Great Still Plays recently, talking about Florida Man and a bunch of crazy stuff happening in Florida and all this other stuff. I'm not scared. I'm a bit nervous, because this is the first time I'd be away from home on my own for a long time, and I'm an adult, I'm a legal adult. I'm responsible for myself in the eyes of the law. I have the right to vote. I have, the right to give consent. Not that I would do that. I have reasons for that too. Again, another video, another topic for another time. But yeah, I am trying to go to Full Sail University. I plan on taking 3 courses, music, game design, and film. It's not those specific things necessarily, but stuff within that kind of area, that kind of realm, or whatever. Yeah. I'm kind of an artistic person. Not in the sense that I'm, good at art, but artistic as in, I'm involved with the arts. Music, film, other things like that. People call me intelligent. It's a debated topic. I would like to think that I'm intelligent. I don't know my IQ. I've never taken an IQ test. I don't really want to, because if I do, I feel like that will tell me what my limits are, and I don't want to feel like I'm limited by that number. I don't want to be defined or boxed in by any particular, thing, any particular group or whatever. There are some, you know, like boxes and limitations that I accept on myself because that's, you know, what I am or what I think, what I believe, whatever. You know, like I am a male. You know, I am a Christian. I am, you know, African American. You know, this is simply true. This is a fact. But then other, you know, other ideas or classifications like introvert or free thinker or whatever else. You know, just different things like that. I prefer to stay away from. I don't think I want anything or anyone to tell me what or who I am or what I should be, except God. Obviously, I'm a Christian. I keep saying that, and it remains true. But I don't really want to be classified or defined by anything because I wanna see myself as limitless. You know, I can do anything that I put my mind to. I can tackle any challenge. I am unstoppable. I am the man that I am. And one day, you know, I will leave something behind, and I hope what I leave behind is greatness or some kind of incredible legacy, but that's just me, right? These are just certain thoughts and desires that I have. I have had a lot of dreams. A lot of, you know, just a lot of things that I wanted or paths I wanted to take, you know? Even with this video, there's a lot of things that I wanted to do that I just never did, or a lot of ideas that I had, and you know, this is just kind of how things ended up playing out. You know, I procrastinate a lot, which has led me to only just now making the videos, even though I wanted to make these videos for like a long time, videos at all. You know, I didn't grow up rich or even remotely wealthy. I'm not saying I was poor, that I've always been poor, but, you know, I'm not a wealthy person. So I didn't really have a lot of resources, and I didn't grow up in a lot of the same environments that a lot of other people did. Like, I never really had a game console or PC. As you can see, there's a PC back there. I got that about like 2 or 3 years ago. And even then, it doesn't really work for any of the things that you would think it does. I can really only use it for like watching videos and downloading files. That's about it. You know, most games don't seem to work on it. Not that I have money for games. I got it so that I could use it to make video games. You know, download software for that, but it doesn't work for that. And it could be because the PC just doesn't have the right parts for it, or it's just the wrong software or whatever. I don't know. I was thinking about selling it, but my mom said that I shouldn't. She didn't want me to. I was thinking about like selling it for parts, but she said no, just wait, get some money, buy some parts, have your uncle, who's good with computers and built this PC, put it together, like get some parts, put it together, and then do that. I don't think I don't think that's a good idea. I feel like that's kind of inefficient to just like wait and get money or make money, then buy parts and put, you know, rearrange the PC or whatever. I don't know how it works. When I could just, you know, sell this PC and then try and buy a new one if that's possible, or, you know, again, strip it down for parts, sell those parts individually and use that money to try and, you know, buy another PC, you know, or whatever. I don't know. It's hard to say what is and isn't a good idea. She might have a point. I might have a bit of a point. I'm sure they both have their flaws and advantages. Yeah. No. Not a lot goes on with me. I am a very reserved person, and it's not because I just don't want to do more or get out there. It's just something about me, something about life, about people, and just a bunch of stuff that just makes me more closed off. I don't know what that was. Sorry. I could try to go more into it, you know, talk about my mentality or whatever, but I feel like it's a little early to be talking about mental health. You know, it's like 7 or 8 o'clock right now where I am. a bit past 7. I don't know if it's 8 o'clock yet, but it's past 7. And I just haven't really done anything today. And I wanted to make sure if I did anything, it was make this YouTube video, make the channel so that it could be synced up with my birthday and all that. Yeah. I've had a lot of ideas. I said this earlier, but I've had ideas outside of YouTube and, you know, like thoughts and dreams and stuff. And I'm thinking that maybe if I start taking the right path, I can achieve some of these things, but maybe not everything. You know, I don't know how much time I have on this earth. For, or I could make it to 50 or 100. I have no idea. I just want to do something with my life, you know? Leave something behind, do more. It it feels like I wasted the first 18 years. I don't have any friends. Not a few friends. I don't have any friends. Not a single friend. I don't have contact with anyone. You know, I don't have any friends. I have pretty much no money except for the money I got today. I don't have an ID or a bank account. You know, which is a lot of basic stuff. Don't know how to drive. A lot of basic skills in life I don't have. You know, I haven't done much of anything. I haven't built up anything, honestly. If I don't think I would have much to leave behind except for a few random photos I took when I was happier, you know, when I was younger. And maybe a few memories with some people, you know, family, friends, old friends that are no longer in contact with me. And some stuff from different social medias that aren't really mine. And a bunch of YouTube comments. I haven't really done anything. And weirdly enough, it never really feels like I'm ever gonna make it past this moment. And what I mean by that is, like, I never thought I would make it to the age of 18. That's not to say I thought that was always fear for my life, but it just, moments in life never really feel real to me. It's like I'm always working on borrowed time. And I guess to a certain extent that's true. It always just feels like there's this clock ticking down. And I never know when the clock is just gonna stop. I'm really disappointed in myself for not doing more. You know, people will tell me that, you know, I'm 18 and I shouldn't have such high expectations for myself. I'm young, I still have time. But I don't know that. You don't know that. Nobody knows that. It's an assumption you make because you're young. You know, you don't expect young people to do different things, but what do you really expect anyone to do, you know? Like, just because most 18-year-olds aren't billionaires, just because most 18-year-olds don't do incredible, amazing things, doesn't mean that I can't or shouldn't try to or shouldn't expect myself to do more. You know? It doesn't mean I can't be disappointed in myself for not achieving the things that I think I could achieve or know I could achieve. I know I could have done more with the time that I've had so far, but I just didn't. And whatever reason for that there may be, mental, physical, emotional, it doesn't satisfy me, you know? Like, I have expectations for myself that I just haven't reached and haven't met, you know? And like a personal idea, which may be an unpopular opinion of mine, is that anything you do stops being impressive the moment you turn 20, you know? Like, people will say it's really cool or impressive that this 20-year-old is doing this amazing thing, and I would agree, but I would argue that some people could have just done more, you know, and I'm one of those people. Like, I feel like if I did something incredible or amazing or newsworthy or whatever when I was 14, it would mean something. But if I do something newsworthy now, it's like a lot less impressive. And of course, that's true, because a really young person doing something really amazing is of course impressive. But doesn't mean that what I do, if I do something impressive, won't be impressive. It will just feel less impressive to me. Like, somehow, even though I'm only 18, it feels like I should have already lived so much more life than I actually have. Like, I've been very sheltered, and I've been very closed off. And I don't want to live like that. I want to make connection with people and do things that I consider to be fun and awesome. You know, I want to enjoy life, but I haven't been doing that. And I have my reasons for that. I have reasons of not wanting to have a girlfriend or be in any relationships of any kind. You know, for wanting to distance myself from the world altogether. Again, later time, another place. But there's more to life than what I've seen, what I've done. And I don't want the nothing that I have to be all that I leave behind. Which is why I'm making this video. I keep saying that. I'm gonna keep saying that. Alright. This is a declaration to myself, to the internet, to the world, or whoever. Whether people care or not, whether it matters or not, whether I succeed or not. This is a promise I'm making to myself and to the world. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something good, something great, something memorable, something meaningful. I will be more than what I am right now in this moment. Whether my life has impact or value isn't what I'm trying to say. What I mean is that people will know who I am. They will remember me, even if only for a short, fleeting moment. I will exist in the mind of the world. And the bigger the mark I leave, the more I can do. If that makes any sense. You know? I have dreams and I have goals. And most of them I probably won't be able to complete because we only have so much time and I've already wasted so much of it. I'm a flawed man. I'm not a god. I'm not God. I'm imperfect. But one day, I want to do something good. Something big. And it starts today. This moment forward, I'm going to change. It won't be easy. It'll probably be very uncomfortable. There'll be a lot of awkward silences, quite a bit of confusion, and definitely a very large amount of irritation that will probably make me lose a lot of hair. But it's going to happen. And I guess we're all just going to have to wait and see. But anyway, that's all I had to say. I don't write scripts yet, but something else I'm interested in is script writing, so you'll probably see that eventually. That's all. So until we meet again, signing off for now. Peace.